how's it going everybody at the Liverpool Irish Festival? Send you love and solidarity and all that kind of stuff. Hope you're keeping well, keeping out of trouble. My name is Ray, and tonight I'm going to be bringing you a conversation and a performance with Varo. So here they are, a video of Varo from their self-titled first album, and this is a song called Streets of Forbes.
Come all of you Lachlan men, and the sorrowful tale I'll tell, concerning of a bush ranger who through misfortune fell. His name it was Ben-Hur, a man of high renown, who was hunted from his homestead and like a dog shot down. For 3 years he roamed the roads, and he showed he trapped some fun. £1,000 was the he said, with Gilbert and John Donne. Then parted from his comrades, the outlaws did agree for to give away bushranging and cross the raging sea. Then went to Goban Creek, and that was his downfall. For either like us, I guess it was valiant Ben-Hur. 'Twas early in the morning, all on the 5th of May, that the 7 police surrounded him as in his sleep he lay.
Alright, now I'll tell you why I'm very excited, right? Because I haven't seen the inside of a pub for about 7 months, alright? So Varo have not just invited me, but invited the Liverpool Irish Festival here to Mcneill'S pub on Capel Street in Dublin. So hey girls, how's it going?
Good.
Yes,
All right,
yeah.
so Consuelo and Lucy, thanks a million for inviting us here, but why have we come here to Mcneill'S?
Well, this is a pub where we used to do sessions before the lockdown. So for about 3 years we came here every Tuesday night and we were playing in the other room there with loads of other friends and we were doing sessions every week. And well, we haven't been here in 7 months either, so it's just nice to come back.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So listen, tell me a bit about the story of Varo and what are you doing here in Dublin? So how did all this come about?
We came to Ireland because we both wanted to learn better Irish music. So we ended up sitting beside each other in a session 5 years ago in the cobblestone. We were introduced by a common friend at the time, and then we clicked and we started playing together 3 weeks later.
I'm Italian and Lucy's French.
Yeah.
Varo is the name of a river that runs between France and Italy and kept changing nationality because the borders kept changing. We thought that we met in Dublin, actually in the cobblestone, and we thought that was an appropriate name.
All right, I love it. So what was it about Irish music? I mean, what's your background in Irish music in your respective countries?
We're very different backgrounds actually. Consuelo's father is a musician and he plays, I think, all his life.
Yes, yeah. So he's been playing with like musician from the Dannan and Ronnie Drew from the Dubliners. So he was here a lot. And
What's his name?
Antonio Breschi.
Okay.
So I was traveling and visiting him, and Lucy has a different story.
Yeah, I had a band in France and we started playing with a fiddle player and he was mad about Irish music. So he introduced me to it and then I really loved it. So I came here for 1 month with my bag and I loved it as well. And I thought I'm going to learn this music and the best way is just to come back to the country where it's played and where it's, was born.
All right.
So, yeah.
But for music to have that absolutely life-changing impact of saying, that's it, I'm packing my bags and I'm going there.
Oh yeah, but like I was like, in my experience for 10 years, I was like, I'm gonna live in Ireland. And the years passed and I'm gonna get old and I'm never gonna move to Ireland. And when I was 28, I managed finally to just escape.
All right.
So,
Now, tell us, so just a little bit about your first album, and then we're going to go on to the new project on your horizon now, which is the collaboration project. So a bit about the first album first.
We started working on this album, I think, about 3 years ago. So we started picking the material and finding a little bit the direction in terms of music and arrangements and influences, and then I think we started recording it about a year and a half ago. And we recorded with Chris Barry from Alfian Studio, and then it was mixed by John Spud Murphy from Garilla, that you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was out in January, and it's a mix between songs and tunes, and yeah, and the way we arranged them is I have a classical background and jazz as well, and Frankfurt folk music. And Consuelo obviously knows very well Irish music and world music and this kind of stuff, so we melted them together and that's how we arranged the tunes.
we have some guests on the album, like we had Alton O'Brien, Helen Diamond, and Ben McKenzie.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
But if it only came out in January, you didn't get a lot of opportunity to tour and stuff like that, considering that everywhere shut down in March.
Yeah, that was great timing. Actually, we've been quite lucky because we managed to do the tour apart from one gig in London, actually, that we had to cancel.
Okay.
But the rest of it, we managed to tour in Ireland. We had 10 gigs from Dublin and Belfast and the north and the west and the south. We went.
And now we were
Yeah.
now we were supposed to be in Liverpool right now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the Liverpool. That's why we're at the Liverpool Irish Festival. And listen, yeah, fair play to everybody for tuning in and supporting Liverpool Irish Festival. So here in Mcneill'S tonight, you're going to be performing a song with John Francis Flynn.
Yes.
Can you introduce that song first, please?
Yes, so this is the first song that we practiced when we started working on the collaboration project, and it's called Green Grows the Laurel.
I once had a sweetheart, but now he is gone. He's gone and he's left me, I'm here all alone. And since he has left me content I must be, I know he loves someone far better than me.
I wrote him a letter so loving and kind. He wrote me another with sharply the lines, saying keep your love letters and I will keep mine. And you write to your lover and I write to mine.
Green grows the laurel and soft falls the dew. Sad was my heart when I parted from you. And in our next meeting I hope you grew true. Never change the green laurel for the red, white and blue.
He passed by my window both early and late, and the looks that he gave me would make your heart ache. The looks that he gave me 10,000 would kill. Wherever he wanders, he'll be my love still.
I once was as happy as the red blushing rose, and now I'm as pale as the lily that grows, like a tree in the garden with its beauty all gone. Can't you see what I've come to for the loving of one? Green grows the laurel and soft falls the dew. Sad was my heart when I parted from you. And in our next meeting I hope you prove true. Never change the green laurel for the red, white and blue. I once had a sweetheart, but now he's gone. He's gone, but he's left me. I'm here all alone. And since he has left me, content I must be. I know he loves someone far better than me. Green grows the laurel and soft falls the dew. Sad was my heart when I parted from you. And in our next meeting I hope you grew true. Never change the green laurel for the red, white and blue. Green grows the laurel and soft falls the dew. Sad was my heart when I parted from you. And in our next meeting I hope you prove true. Never change the green laurel for the red, white and blue.
And so the big thing at the moment is the collaboration project.
Yes.
Yes.
So who wants to tell me about the collaboration project? Off you go.
Okay, so as everybody, we were experiencing the lockdown in not a joyful way every day. We knew we couldn't play for a long time with loads of people, so we thought we need to find a way to make this happen. There will not be any sessions, there will not be any gigs, but if we want to connect with people, we have to try and make a project that is also professional. We didn't want to just work on a Varo album, we wanted to do something different.
It involved a bit of seeing people even from far, or like connecting and communicating.
Yeah.
Not just the two of us, which
Yeah.
we love each other very much, but
We spent a lot of time, the two of us, working on the project, but
Yeah.
it was very nice actually to have other people and to start working on music together, and then it developed and the whole process was very enjoyable. And it's that's how it started anyway.
So, like a collaboration project, I suppose it comes from, like you spoke earlier about a spontaneity and the energy, and you even met yourselves at sessions and stuff like that. So, like, is that where the idea for a collaboration project came from? Like, did you handpick people, or was it people from sessions that you've performed with before, or how do you pick people that you would like to collaborate with?
Well, it was simple because before this whole lockdown thing, we used to go to loads of sessions. So there was here. Here was a huge place for sessions. There were music every evening with loads of musicians. And so our friends were coming in, and then they were having their own sessions. So in Walsh's and the Cobblestone, we played in the Cobblestone as well. And so all these people were just meeting regularly just around the music. So we asked 12 different acts.
So we asked Ian Lynch, John Francis Flynn, Anna Mike, Junior Brother, Alana Thunberg, Branwen, Slow Moving Clouds, Carl McDermody and Ruth Clinton, Landless, Lemoncello, N.K.
Niamh Bury.
and Niamh Bury and Alfie.
It was great actually to work on these songs with so many different people because there are very different sensitivities, different influences, different styles, and it was
I think we
really
learned
nice
so
process.
much, from each song. Like it's another universe.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And of course, tonight here at the Liverpool Irish Festival, you're going to be performing a song with Branwen as well. So tell us a bit about Branwen, please.
So Branwen is a friend that we met as well in sessions, but that I met in sessions. Did you as well?
Same, yeah.
Yeah. We were seeing her very much on Sundays and Monday nights in Walsh's. She's a beautiful singer and a lovely person, and actually the real collaboration on the album will be her and Slow Moving Cloud and ourselves. But because of the situation, we couldn't have everybody here. So we're going to perform the song with her, and it's called Alone.
All right.
The world that I knew, it has vanished and gone, leaving this forest of stone, and the faces are strange and altered. Everything has changed. Here where I was. The world that I knew, it has vanished and gone, leaving this forest of stone, and the faces are strange and altered. Everything has changed here where I walk alone.
So the collaboration project, artists that you know and love from sessions and from the pub, artists that you admire, but what about song selection? And what about, I suppose, is it the editing process before you start? I mean, what about that process?
So with each act, we're working on a traditional song, and we've been agreeing together. We've been researching and choosing the song, and we decided at some point to narrow down the choice to topics related to the experience of the lockdown. Somehow, like feelings that we could have had during the lockdown, instead of just singing about.
So what kind of themes emerged for you guys during lockdown?
Loneliness.
Yeah.
So it's being alone, being away from your family, being in another country, when your family is in another country. There is the import of some friends, and mental health, and there was also racism. There were things that were going on during the lockdown that was not only related to the lockdown as well. So it's like this historical moment that we try to capture. But the songs are not telling our story as in, oh, I am sitting in my sitting room and having a cup of tea on my own.
Yeah.
So some songs are it's an interpretation of things that could have happened during the lockdown.
Wow.
For example, the one that we're doing with John, it's about a breakup. And some people, unfortunately, have broken up just before the lockdown, which is bad timing as well, because you have to deal with all this stuff on your own. And so it's just stories like this that could have been happening during the lockdown, and that's it.
Yeah, fantastic. And so listen, for people to support the collaboration project, how can they do that?
Yeah, we actually have a fundraising campaign going on at the moment. It's on our website. There's a page called the Collaboration Project, and you can find rewards you can get in exchange, or just the donate button.
Fantastic. I'm absolutely fired up for collaboration project. I know it's really, really good. I thought it was brilliant.
Ye Jacobites by name, London here, London here. Ye Jacobites by name, London here. Ye Jacobites by name, your foes will proclaim. Your doctrines they must blame. You shall hear, you
So this was Jacobites by name. We hope you're all doing great at home. This is Niamh Bury, who's been working with us since our album launch. And we're gonna sing another song now from our first album called The Duffy Mistress, and it's a female working song from Belfast.
Oh, do you know her? Do you not? This Duffy Mistress that we have got. Oh, Agnes Savage, it is her name, and she hangs her coat on the highest pin. Righty, right, follow, righty, right, for Ray. On Monday morning when she comes in, she hangs her coat on the highest pin. She turns around for to view her girls, saying, damn your daughters, lay up your hands. Righty, right, follow, righty, right, for Ray. Lay up our hands, we will surely do. Our hands are steady, our eyes are true. Lay up our hands, we will surely do. But for Lizzie Murphy and not for you. Righty, right, follow, righty, right, for Ray. When Agnes Savage comes up the side, she spreads her feet, she beats her feet, and she makes a noise like an elephant trunk. I and all the doffers, they swear she's drunk. Righty, right, follow, righty, right, for Ray. Oh, Lizzie Murphy went away. It's every night for you we pray. You left us here with a broken heart. Now there's no one left for to take our part. Righty, right, follow, righty, right, for Ray. Lay up our hands, we will surely do. Our hands are steady, our eyes are true. Lay up our hands, we will surely
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for spending this evening with us. We hope that you had a good time from Liverpool and wherever you are. We would like to say a very big thank you to Emma Smith and the Liverpool Irish Festival for organizing this big week of online events and for having us. Thank you very much also to Ray Wingnut, who was here earlier and had a chat with us. To John Francis Flynn and Branwen. Thank you very much to Stuart Scott and Mcneill'S for welcoming us here. This was very nice for us to be here. Hope you enjoy it as well. We're going to finish up with a set of tunes now and have a lovely end of the evening and a nice weekend.